John Henderson Pierre, the Beer Ramble. My glass here. Hi, John Henderson, the Beer Ramble, looking at Sam Adams Latitude 48 IPA, 6% ABV by volume, and American IPA style. Good score on Beer Advocate and the Bros. Hold on. Should not. Don't ever do that, folks. That's kind of bad. Opening your beer with your teeth. Not good. Almost an overflow. Sorry. 6% ABV. As you look at the color here, a little amber color, copper color to this beer. See the nice frothy head of this beer. Like I said, I had this in my little cooler in my vehicle. Here we go. In my vehicle. As you can see what the beverage looks like. I have the basketball game on the telly, as you can see. Anyhow, on to the taste. Scent, excuse me. You can smell some of the citrus flavors in this. You can smell some of the pine in this beer. It's really coming out in this, for 6%, and most IPAs should be at that range. Some of the IPAs I've seen have been like 4 or 5% ABV, but smell some lemon, some orange zest. So moving around the house. Now I'm in the dark. What comes to the dark comes to light, people. Sorry, folks. To move to another part of the house to do this review. So, hope you liked the tour. I did too. On to the taste. It's good. Not as strong as people think it is. Good enough. For 6%, it's not that strong. It doesn't taste like 6%. Really, it's pretty easy going, pretty mild. Excuse me. A little comedy just happened there. Anyway. Well, chicken wings I'm eating here. Um, As I mentioned, I did a lot of videos. It's not overpowering, folks. It's not that it has a good bite, has a good finish to it. Still a little more lacing. Very crisp, very enjoyable, very a good drinkable IPA, 6%. And I don't know when this beer came out. If this is one of their first IPAs before Sam Adams decided to do the Rebel Rouser, the Rebel IPAs, the Rebel IPA, the Rebel Rouser, the double IPAs they done. Right. Sorry. This has a really nice bite to it. It's going well with these nice garlic flavored chicken wings. As you see me nibbling on right now. So, um, pairing with this beer, lasagna, spaghetti and meatballs, um, something seafood wise, maybe mussels, maybe that's kind of what I would pair this IPA with. We know the history of Sam Adams, of course. That's in for the Boston Lager signature beer. Jim Cook, the brewery, the brewmeister, owned the company. Which, in my opinion, now he is at the table with the big boys. He's not a craft beer maven now. He's a big boy now. He's with the BMCs, shaking hands and talking and high fiving each other about their sales and smoking those nice cigars. Mercado Don Diego cigars. You know, you know, pretty much that's what he's doing. So that's what he like. That's what they're doing. But he's but again, yeah, they're American owned, and they put out some good beers. Boston Lager, of course, we know is his signature. All the Rebel lines have done very well. He's done some advertising. It was not is not consistent as the big boy as the BMCs and the Bud Miller cores, but good enough that people will select and buy his beers. Um, but the whole thing with him making himself as a craft beer maven is just completely not true. He's really he's a corporate guy. So let's call it what it is. But again, excellent beers he puts out without question. And this one is very enjoyable. This IPA here. So So I'm gonna go with what the bros and Beer Advocate says on this one. I'm gonna give this an 8.5. I think it's good. Very reasonable, very enjoyable. As we say, and if you look at the writings on the beer, it says there's a legendary line across the globe where the best hops in the world are grown. Latitude 48. Our brewers traveled this course from Yakima Valley to Kent, England, and all the way to Bavaria, Germany to dream up this IPA. Bright, fruity, herbal, spicy notes make this a world class brew. Cheers. Now, I won't say it's world class. Obviously, they didn't look at it, but it's a good beer. So, and I agree. 8.5, I think, seems to be a very fair score for this beer. And the IPA style has been around for a long, long time. And as people think that this has just happened recently, no, folks. These breweries and even the BMCs have done some IPAs and the pale ales, but they know that the beers really were selling were the macro lagers, the traditional lagers, light pilsners. Those were their beers of choice. So they've done craft beers before. It's just that profit margins of the other beers were a little more important than being creative or crafty. Hmm, crafty. But so anyway, as you can see, my glass is about finished. It was a really good beer. And I mentioned the food pairings, lasagna, meatballs, some Philly cheesesteak probably will go well with this. So it's a good beer. Anyway, enough rambling. Tell me what your thoughts on Samuel Adams Latitude 48 IPA. Is this a excellent beer? Leave your comments and statements on the bottom. John and Pierre, the beer room will tell you to keep watching, and as always, cheers. And you have a score for me.